Welcome back to our 7/8 Gluidemaster cedar surfboard. As you can see now, this is our third video. I've glued in the foam into the cavities, and right now I'm in the process of shaping the deck with the planer to the contours that I want to foil the board. I've mowed down most of the foam with the power planer, and then I'm going to move on to the Sureform just to finish up the last, I don't know, half an inch, quarter inch of foam that I have to remove. So you can see what's going to happen now. I'm going to glue the deck boards on top of this, and then when that's all glued down, I will have a blank, and I'll be able to shape the blank. I have planed down these rails, the tops of the rails that will accept the deck boards. And I have a nice 3/4 inch wide gluing surface for that. There's dust on there, so obviously I'm going to vacuum that off. A couple things. You notice that I have a gap in there. I don't think that really matters to have a gap there, about 3/8 of an inch, quarter inch between the rails and the foam. The deck boards are going to cover that. I don't think it's going to make any difference. You'll notice there's no tail on it. I let the rails run long, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that off square and glue a tail block on. That's why I left that like that. Because I did not do that at the nose. I brought the pieces around to make a perimeter all around. I would have done that on the deck if I was going to have wood. Or I would have done that, on the tail. And I usually do that on the tail. But this time I'm gonna glue a tail block on. And I have some exotic hardwoods. I have some rosewood. I have some purple heart. I think I have some padauk. I might glue a lamination up of a few stripes and then glue that on the tail. Another thing, you'll notice the color of this foam is kind of violet. That's because this was EPS foam from the Home Depot. That was insulation, and it's a 2-inch 4x8 sheets. Now, one of the disadvantages of that is that it's not thick enough to build up the whole way that I want. I want this board to be about 2.5 inches thick. So I had to glue an extra little lamination on top to make up the difference, which I don't mind doing. The only thing about that that I have found is the glue, the polyurethane glue, is harder than the foam. So it does not plane as easily, and therefore, if I want a nice smooth deck, I have to really work at it to not let there be a ridge where the glue is, because it resists planing more than the foam does. And that causes a ridge. I have to be really, vigilant and diligent about making sure that I don't have a ridge when I'm finished sanding down the deck. So the next thing is, the next step is to just plane this down, plane the deck contours, foil the board the way I want, and then when I'm ready to glue up the deck boards, I will make another video. So let's just take a final look at what the whole thing looks like, and you can sort of get a sense of the shape. 7/8 by 20 inches by 2 5/8 to 2.5 inches thick. Okay, thanks for watching.